years since I spoke to Kareena Kapoor Khan, but it feels like I speak to her every day because a new generation of actresses talk exactly like her. But this is the OG. Hi, Kareena.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good.
So all these girls that you're very fond of, when they meet you and they talk like you, how do you react?
I don't know. Do they really? I don't know. I think everybody today has such this individual personalities, that do they? I don't know.
You don't feel that way, okay? Because a lot of us feel that they base them all on poo
Oh,
and they
no.
worship poo.
Oh, God.
You don't feel that happens?
I mean, I think it's an iconic character that I think somehow is just related to the Gen Z generation a lot more than even then.
Yeah.
Because a character that was played like 20 years ago, I think people still talk about it. I mean, that's,
You know, like when you first came out, all your mannerisms, some people would make fun of it as well. But then it just became part of the mainstream kind of lingo, and everyone, even the people who were mocking it, adopted it.
Yeah.
How do you feel like that's a victory on your part?
No, I don't think. I think it's not a victory at all. I think it's just a character that I played with. I think people just kind of loved so much and till today love, which is so nice. But but I'm not too much like that.
You're not like
No.
that, is it? Okay. Contrary to popular belief, she is not Pooh. This is Kareena.
Yeah.
And Kareena has been missing from the big screen for 2 years. But it doesn't feel like that to us. It feels like you're on the papers every day, on the channels every day.
But I think now because of social media and the paparazzi, people are confusing cinema with social media.
And how do you feel about that?
I think that's wrong because movies are different and social media is different.
And I know you're very passionate about the movies, right? So when this was delayed for quite some time, how did you feel as an actor?
I mean, I think we were in a global pandemic. It was no one's fault. I mean, people were without work. People were sitting at home for like almost a year and a half. And then the second lockdown. So 2 years, people have been without work. People have been sitting at home, not knowing which direction their life is going. But now finally, at least, we're happy that Laal Singh Chadha is hitting the theatres and people will get to see, the kind of love and dedication that Aamir and Advait and everybody has put in.
You know, that's a very empathetic take, I have to say, Kareena. It's true. The COVID pandemic was there, and you took that COVID gap of 2 years before coming back to the big screen. Talking about the passion and dedication that the team has and Aamir has, he gets emotional even watching his own film. Are you that kind of actor or viewer?
I don't watch my own film. I watch it after the release. Because I think before that it kind of gives me anxiety.
Oh.
So then I like to just leave it to the audience also to kind of relish it and decide. And then after like 2-3 months, then I watch it.
So when it came to Laal Singh Chadha, were you already convinced or did you have to be convinced?
No, I think the fact that the way Atul has adapted it and the original screenplay has been adapted to Hindi, I think it's absolutely beautiful. And Rupa is the soul of the film, like Jenny was in Forrest Gump. I mean, I think it's an iconic character again. Because it's pretty grey, it's flawed. So, people are, I think they're waiting to see me and Aamir together in this kind of a film. And everyone has seen Forrest Gump, but the way he's adapted it is something very, very different.
Now, we've seen you and Aamir before in Talash, in Three Idiots, which set such a great record. What is your feeling about this one?
I think all the films I've done with Aamir and had the opportunity to, learn so much from Aamir throughout my career, like whether it was, I mean, I've known him since he was working with Lolo in Andaz Apna Apna, and I'm seeing him since then till Laal Singh Chadha. I think that Aamir he's just grown from strength to strength. I mean, I can't put the guy in Talash and Laal Singh Chadha or Laal Singh in Three Idiots. I think that's the fact that only Aamir Khan can manage that. So all the films we've done together are very different from one another.
And we know you're the Khan's favorite actress.
I mean, I think that it's just, there was a time, they had a lovely time where I was working with everyone, and I'm happy I had that opportunity. And but I think with Aamir it's been special because somewhat I feel that, he's a different kind of actor. He's very methodical and he likes to be, prepared. I'm very spontaneous. So somewhere I think, our chemistry really comes on screen.
So is it true that we have Shah Rukh and Salman in Laal Singh Chadha?
I don't know about Salman, but I mean, I think Shah Rukh is there, but not Salman.
We did catch him in the film. So you, Mona Singh and Aamir Khan were very famously part of Three Idiots.
Yeah.
And now we see Mona Singh playing his mother. Now, if you were ever offered such a role, depending on the actor or the role. Would you ever take it up as the mother of an actor?
I think that it depends on the story. And Mona is like, I mean, she's a wonderful actor, and I think she's suited the part in the way she's played the part, because also she's had to play the part when she was young as well, and then go into the old. When you see the film, you understand, because everyone's started young and growing old in the film. It's a journey of, 20 years, so 20, 30 years. So
it's also a journey across some 100 locations in India and abroad. Land in one location, you acclimatize, and then you shoot immediately. How was that?
So I think it's all across India, not really abroad. It was just because Forrest also runs across the country. So I think they've shot from like Kerala to like Ladakh. I was only in Delhi and Amritsar and Chandigarh, but Aamir has travelled across India to shoot this film, whether it was Kargil or Ladakh. So visually also, I think the audience would like be in for a great treat.
Now, I know there's some de-aging in this. We've seen that in the trailer. We know you love yourself as you are. What do you feel about the VFX in this?
They had to do it because we had to show us that we are in college. So the idea is that they have to show a young Aamir and a young Kareena, because in the end you're going to see us at 45, 50. So that's the reason that they have to show that.
No, this is a film that everyone has watched, Forrest Gump, right? So when you signed it on, did you ever think, oh, maybe it's a film everyone would have seen? Did you ever have that apprehension?
No, because it's an original adaptation in a different language. And our language and our sentiments and emotions are very different from theirs also. So we've adapted it for our Indian screens, and I'm sure people would enjoy it. But there are still a lot of people who haven't seen Forrest Gump, because the masses would not have seen Forrest Gump.
That is true.
It's an elitist kind of classist film, I mean, it's a film that the mass people, so I mean, they haven't seen, so they'll see it for a story. They're not going to see it because it's the remake of Forrest Gump. And I mean, of course, Aamir has made it for that, but it's also a story that people would like to see.
Well, yes, it is a very desi adaptation. You play Rupa in this film. A lot of your characters, as I mentioned, people have internalized themselves. What about you when it comes to your characters? You feel detached. Are you detached?
Yeah, I mean, like, because I'm a very spontaneous actor, I go with the flow. I live with the film and the character at that time, and then kind of, because we do multiple films, we go into multiple things, we have our life as well. So it's all different, but a lot of actors, I think everyone functions and operates differently. But I'm very at that moment.
In this film, we also have one of your family members, which is Jay. He was part of, some schedules, because I think you were pregnant for some of the schedules. So yeah, so I can say this is his on-screen debut.
Yeah, I mean, I think the pandemic, the pregnancy, I think because we had so much time that, we were at home, and then when I got pregnant, then we tried to shoot the film. So, but it was wonderful because, it's just like made it even more special.
But you made a lot of headlines for that as well, yet again working through your pregnancy.
There's nothing wrong in doing that. Everyone does it. I mean, it's not an illness. I mean, even if it is, I mean, you can work. I mean, as long as you feel good about yourself, that's most important.
And now it's Alia has all the headlines. Flaunts baby bump. No, that's a very funny term, right? Yeah. Flaunts baby bump. You're just going about doing your work, and then they put that. So, what did you tell her to handle?
I'm nobody to give. I don't take advice from anybody, so I don't think I should be giving advice to anyone. Everyone lives their life according to their terms, and media kind of just write what they feel like writing.
You always say that, and you've also said, I don't give people advice, I don't tell people to watch my films, but sometimes it's taken like in the opposite manner of how you intended it. Do you clarify, or do you just let people do their own interpretation?
If you had to clarify, then all your life you'd just be doing that. I don't there's nothing to clarify. People see you on screen, they want to see you, they enjoy the film, they like the story. That's most important. Nothing else matters more.
That is very classic Kareena, and I think that's a very classic Kareena line to wrap it up on also. Thank you very much, Kareena.
So much.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.